అర్థమన్నా मोबाइल अपडेट नहीं मारती ना तो ताकि मोबाइल अपडेट
कौन
मारता
मारता है रे, हम जानबे नहीं करेगा।
ये मन नहीं जानती ना तीसो जान नहीं
कौन सी वाली? कुरकुरे वाली?
यस, आप भी पीछे देखिए कितना टेस्ट में
क्या चलो
हम कैसे
डिफरेंस
जान
है यहाँ के चाय में।
प्रदीप
ये
कौन कौन सा सबको ये देखो ना मैंने भी इधर को
మన ఏరియాలో కాదు కదండి ప్రైవేస్ పని చేస్తే మన బీటీ రోడ్ లేట్లేదు
सचिन
సిటీ
सर
రోడ్లోనే ప్లాస్టిక్ వేస్ట్ యాడ్ చేస్తారు
దాని గురించి ఏం తెలుసుకున్నారు?
कर
Am I audible? Good afternoon, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Sir.
Good afternoon, everyone.
and a warm welcome you to all this forum. We shall start the meeting at 4 p.m. We are waiting for our advisors to join. Until then, please keep patience. In the meantime, I would like to inform you that we have already uploaded one Google Sheet. There, you can register your name and address and email ID and all, and can raise a question in due course and your feedback also. So you can check the chat box where we have already uploaded one Google Sheet. Thank you.
विनय जौहरी साहब को रिक्वेस्ट कर लो अगर वो ज्वाइन कर लें 5 मिनट के लिए रेगुलर में
Sir.
Fine, sir. Let me speak to him, sir.
मैंने उनको लिंक तो भेज दिया है उनको रिक्वेस्ट कर लो तो अगर आ जाते हैं तो उनको 2 मिनट के लिए बोलने के लिए बोल रिक्वेस्ट कर देना
बिजी है सर अभी वो
Kutulingam sir is there. Has he joined, please? Mr. A. Kutulingam? Yes, sir has already joined.
So good evening, sir. I am Kutralingam, SC from Tamil Nadu, sir. Whether the screen is sharing, sir?
Okay. Your slide is visible. Okay. Please wait for starting the session, please.
So good evening, sir. I am Kutralingam from Tamil Nadu, sir. Is it audible, sir?
Yeah, you are
Yes,
very
yes.
much audible, Mr. Kuttalingam.
Yes, you are audible. Your slide is also visible. So let us wait for a few moments.
We are waiting for the Deputy Secretary from Government of India to join. He is about to join us. Thereafter, we will start.
বলবে আমি কি করতে করতে আমার এঙ্গেজ হয়ে গেলাম দিদি আর বলবে না আর বলতে পারছি ঈশ্বর যেন করিস না বাবা তোমার মধ্যে তো আমি কথা করতে আমি তো জানি তো सीरीज क्या है
विनय आप होस्ट बन जाइए and mute everybody except Mr. Kuttalingam, myself and otherwise there will be disturbance. विनय आप होस्ट बन के जो भी माइक है उनको म्यूट कर दीजिए सबको
सर
ये तो बोलो
ask NSC to be host.
아주 먹을 게 아쉬워 붙들어.
Şöyle bir kamera kemer açıyoruz.
내가 저 나서 저 방자 맞추어 보니까 저 방자 먹을 때
Unmute ko na.
남 한식 좋았다 그래서
हाँ सर, सब आप होस्ट बन के ना बाकी सबको म्यूट करिए। आप होस्ट है ना, आप होस्ट बन के सबको म्यूट कर दीजिए। सिर्फ को होस्ट को अलाउ रखिए और उनको को होस्ट कुटालिंग को होस्ट बना दीजिए और जीव जॉरी को होस्ट बना दीजिए ना।
मम्मी कैसे हमने मम्मी यहाँ पे साइन कर रहे हैं मम्मी
So advisor sir, can we start the session, please? Sir,
Sir, can we start now?
just waiting for the advisor sir for his signal.
Okay.
Good evening, good afternoon. Actually, there is some network connectivity problem with this institute. So let us wait for some time so that we can restore the network connectivity in advisor search room. Let us try it. Please keep patience for a few moments, please. Yes, our advisor sir has joined the meeting. Ishfaq sir, are you there? Ishfaq sir?
Yes, I am in the meeting.
Okay.
Well, sir.
Mr. Sinha, we can start the session right now.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Vinay Tiwari, welcoming you all into this webinar on the use of plastic in the road construction. And this is the very important topic because even everyone is focusing on this, and still we have to do a lot on this.
So
But we
is
are
it audible, sir?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Please carry on.
Yeah. So we are fortunate enough that we have Mr. A. Kuttalingam. He is a civil engineer by profession and working with the Rural Development and Panchayat Department, Government of Tamil Nadu, as a superintending engineer, and he is working on the plastic waste management, especially the plastic waste into the road construction from 2000 onwards. From 24 years, he is working on this, although this matter has been highlighted nowadays a lot, but silently he has been working on this and he has a lot of achievement. So, and Mr. Kuttalingam will be sharing his experience with all of us. But before inviting Mr. Kuttalingam, I would like to invite our advisor, Sir, SPM Nivas, Shri Ishfaq Sir, to give the opening remarks so that we can move ahead further with Mr. Kuttalingam. Sir, over to you, sir.
I think Mr. Sekia might like to say something. Mr. Sekia, please can.
Yes, a very good afternoon to you all. As you know, this is Shyama Prasad Mukherjee National Institute of Water and Sanitation, and we have been trying to disseminate good practices and innovation, new innovation, all the information about the water sector across the country through this webinar. And today, Mr. A. Kuttalingam will present a very useful topic through this webinar. And as Mr. Binay said, that Mr. Kuttalingam has a very long experience in managing plastic waste in bituminous road construction. He has almost 15 years experience in this field. Yes, and he in his presentation, he has discussed about all the different types of plastic wastes, and he has also depicted one case study in Mudikandalur GP under Mailaturi district in Tamil Nadu, and he has discussed his presentation about IRC guideline for use of plastic in road construction also, and very beautifully he has shown the entire process of using plastic waste in bituminous road construction. So I think it will be a very interesting presentation to us all, and we learn many things from Mr. Kuttalingam. With this, I request our advisor sir to speak a few words as a opening remark.
Good afternoon to everyone, and very warm welcome to.
Sir, good evening, sir. Is it audible, sir? Your voice is not hearing, sir.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you are audible. You are audible, sir.
Okay. So, a very warm welcome to each one of you. Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, which is a national level institution on water and sanitation, it is located at Kolkata. And it is my honor and privilege to open this significant webinar, which is use of plastic in road construction. Today we have gathered to discuss a very important topic, which is basically related to the forward linkages of plastic waste. We all know we are generating a lot of plastic waste. Can you mute everyone, Mr. Sekia? Hello. Yes. So This workshop is basically on the use of plastic waste in road construction. So it is one of the way how we can use up waste plastic in a constructive manner. You will see from the presentation of Mr. Kuttalingam that the roads which are being constructed using the waste plastic, their quality is better, their durability is better. So this is a good opportunity for us to learn from his vast experience. He has actually worked in the sector, and he has constructed, I think, more than 5,000 kilometers of roads using plastic waste in his state. So this webinar will be helpful for us to develop our own state level strategies so that we can use the plastic in the road construction. So the format of the seminar is that we will request Mr. Kuttalingam to give his presentation. Once his presentation is over, then the floor will be open to everyone to ask the questions. There is a provision in the Webex application that you can raise your hand digitally. So anyone who wants to ask the question can press that hand button in front of their screen. So then Mr. Sekia will give you the opportunity one by one to ask you the question, and then you can discuss the matter with you. And we are also sharing one Google form link here in the chat box. So anyone who need more detailed information can use that Google form to post his question. We will share that question with Mr. Kuttalingam, and Mr. Kuttalingam will try to reply to your query via email also. And I'm also requesting Mr. Sekia to upload the presentation of Mr. Kuttalingam in the content section of the Webex application, so that all the participants in the webinar are able to benefit it from his work even once this webinar is over. So with that, back to Mr. Vinay. Thank you very much.
Now I invite Mr. A. Kuttalingam sir to give his presentation, please. Yes, Kuttalingam sir, you can present your paper now.
Sir, is it audible, sir? I am not hearing you, sir.
Yes, Kuttalingam sir, you are audible. You are very much audible, sir.
Now audible, but not visible.
किसी गांव में
Sir, not visible.
आप 50 साठ को भेज दो प्रिंट
Mr. Kuttalingam, if you have any issue, then we can run the presentation from here itself.
नहीं अब 10 का समझ हो गया तो उधर
Hello, sir.
Well,
Hello.
Mr.
Good evening, sir.
Kattalingam
Is it
facing some
audible, sir?
problem.
I am Kuttalingam from
So
Tamil
please
Nadu.
wait for some time, please.
सर थोड़ा हिंदी को समझ में आता तो
Sir, is it audible, sir?
Sir, you are audible, sir. Mr. Kuttalingam, you are audible.
Yeah, yes, sir.
हिंदी में बोलिए सर
सोर्स के समझ है तो हम लोग सबको पता है लेकिन ऑफिशियल जब खोलते हैं
बोलेंगे हिंदी में ही बोलेंगे
एमपी में सब बताई गया
Let's start on the 10, 12.
Screen. என்ன டெஸ்க்டாப்ல இருக்கு இது போட்டுருவா இதை ஓப்பன் பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு போடவா அப்படி அது ஓப்பன் சார் இது போகல சார் நீங்கள் ஃபுல் ஸ்க்ரீன் விட்டுடு Sir, good evening, sir. Is it visible, sir? The PPT is.
Yes, yes, it's
Yes,
visible.
visible. It is very much visible.
Yes, sir. Yes. Good evening, sir. I am Kuttalingam, Superintendent Engineer, working as a Superintendent Engineer in Rural Development Department of Government of Tamil Nadu.
You can run the PPT from here if he's facing problem.
Yeah,
But it should
yes,
start
sir. Yes.
immediately.
Yeah, yes, sir. Then you can run the PPT, sir. No issue, sir.
Vinay, you have PPT and then you can run it. So I think he's facing some issues with that.
Yes, sir. No issue, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
then
sir.
please run it.
Sir,
Please run it. Please.
yes, sorry, sir.
It's running now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, sir. Today we are nowadays we are facing the problem because of the plastic waste. Plastic waste because we are using mostly we are customized with all kind of plastics, but how to handle is the challenge for us. So currently in India, the total plastic waste generation is around 9.4 million ton per annum, out of which 26,000 waste plastics are generated per day. Yeah, in this around 7,800 tons of plastics are challenge for the environment that we have to make it for another use. These are the problem because of plastic. Nowadays we are throwing all the plastic away. So sanitation worker, they have collected and dump it in wherever the lands are available. So when we ban carbon emission will happen, so air pollution will happen, and another land pollution will happen, and other things, the animals and other things they will eat and they will become a problem for their life. When they throw it away, it will block the drainages. So during monsoon season, some flooding will happen due to the arresting of the drainages. And in Tamil Nadu, our department has set up the SBM in a good profile. Total, our rural population is around 4.69 crore, 37 district, 388 blocks, 12,525 panchayats, and around 79,000 habitations. So in our state, the SBM wing is functioning well. We are, as per present SBM norms, there is a provision for establishing plastic waste management unit at rural areas. So currently, for out of 388 blocks, we have established around 322 plastic waste management unit has been established. As per SBM guidelines, there is a funding provision for up to 16 lakhs for can be spent out of the SBM G funding. And from SBMG, we have established some micro composting center. In the micro composting center, we have induced the wet waste to compost as AD, so that we can process it and convert it into the compost for agriculture and other purposes. The plastic waste management, initially we have the Tuime Kavalas, that is the door-to-door collector. The Tuime Kavalas are paying monthly around some 5,000 rupees. They will go and collect door-to-door collection. So they will segregate from the doorstep itself. But even then, some challenges are the people, the sanitary worker is facing. So they will bring it to the segregation shed and they will segregate it. They will segregate it. They will segregate the entire thing, and they will use it for another plastic waste management unit. There are machines we have purchased. So from that machines, we have processing for recyclable and other usages. So in the plastic waste, there are 6 type of plastics are there. Polyethylene PET kind of thing. That is having a melting temperature of around 250 to 260 degree, and high density polyethylene HDPE, that is having the melting temperature of around 120 to 130 degrees centigrade, and PVC, it has melting temperature around 100 to 260 degrees. Low density polyethylene, the LDPE, that is having the melting temperature of 105 to 115, and polypropylene, the melting temperature is around 130 to 171, and polystyrene PS, it is having a melting temperature of 210 to 240. So which kind of plastic can be used or recycled? Based on this, the property of the each kind of plastic, that is the matter that we have to understand before going for recycling or reprocessing. That is the important thing. For based on that, we during segregation, we have to create awareness among the sanitary workers to segregate the waste plastic accordingly, so that the segregated plastic can be appropriately used for recycling or reprocessing. So these are the plastic waste, that the images showing that the PET and other things. For road construction, we can able to use only LDPE and HDPE. Mostly in Tamil Nadu, HDPE is not used because the segregation is very difficult. So we are using only LDPE. LDPE nothing but the plastic. The examples of LDPE is the plastic wrapper and carry bag, sandwich bag, bread bag, and bubble wrapper, garbage bag, grocery bag, and beverage cups. These are all comes under LDPE. And HDPE, the plastic bottles, milk jugs, shampoo bottle, bleach bottle, cutting boards, and piping. These kind of things, the shredding is very difficult. So we are not using this kind of plastic for road construction. Only the LDPE we are using. So for LDPE, as per the there is a guideline in the IRC manual. So there are 2 kind of process we can reuse the waste plastic. One is the features. There is a rule called the Plastic Waste Management Rule 2016. In that, the waste generator has the responsibility to segregate waste plastic and hand over to the authorized agency, that is the sanitary worker, and to pay the user fees for the processing of all the waste. And for local body shall have the responsibility for setting up the plastic waste management, which is eligible under SBMG guidelines, and encourage the use of plastic waste for road construction or energy recovery or waste to oil or other co-processing in the cement clean unit. So these are the process available. So the waste generator, that is the public, has their own responsibility, and the local body has their own responsibility. So each of them that they have to follow their own responsibility, so that the environment can be properly cleaned. And one case study in Nagapattinam, Mayiladuthurai district, we have one plastic management unit in Mudiganda-Nollo Panchayat. So in that 2000, plastic waste master management unit has been established during 2020. That unit has they have purchased some shredding unit and dust remover and the baling unit. All these cost about around 9.79 lakh at the time of 2020. So now the cost become around 14 lakh to 15 lakh. So as per SBMG, there is a provision for 16 lakh. Fund can be utilized from out of the SBMG guidelines. We can establish wherever these waste plastics are coming more, we can establish, and we can use it for the other kind of processes, reprocesses. The plastic waste collected by the Thuime Kavalar and sanitary worker SHG members are they have segregated and weighed and used for this thing. In Tamil Nadu, we have piloted that the plastic buyback policy. In a few select panchayat, with the interest of the panchayat and the panchayat sarpanch, they have introduced, if the people they are segregated and collected the plastic waste, and they will come and give it to the plastic waste management unit, means they will get some 10 rupees out of that. So by the way, we are encouraging the people to segregate all the plastic kind of waste. Now we are processing to escalate these into all entire Tamil Nadu. So that initiation has taken. So by slowly we are inculcating the habit of segregating the waste plastic and how to handle the plastic waste at the household level, at the community level itself. So far, during 2020 onwards, we have established so many plastic waste management unit. So far, around 285 metric ton of plastic waste has been shredded in the plastic waste management unit, out of which they have generated around 1 crore money from out of that. So this money has been reimbursed for the loan for establishing the plastic waste management unit over and above the 16 lakh by the SHG members, and they will get the other income for their they will earn from out of that. These are the kind of machine. The plastic shredder, having the capacity of around 100 to 125 kg per hour plastic shredder, that cost about around 5.4 lakhs. And dust remover, because why the dust remover is essential means, now normally we will throw away the plastic in the open area, so it will mingle with the all dust and sand, other things. So it has to be removed. For as per IRC guidelines, only less than 1% of the dust should is allowed for using in the road construction. So for enabling that, we have to remove all dust from the plastic waste collected from the local area. So the dust remover machinery has been established in the plastic waste management unit. Another baling unit means wherever the other kind of plastics are not used, cannot be used for road construction, they are shrinking the volume of the other kind of plastic, and they will tag it and give it to the cement clean industries. And another weighing balance, which is essential for buying and selling for other purposes. So all these kind of equipment is can be purchased within the allowable amount of 16 lakh. So every district can establish one kind of plastic waste management unit with the help of this SBMG facility. So it will slowly we can some motivation has to be given to the SHG members and others, and also the community. For community, we have to give some IEC activity. Then only they will properly manage the plastic waste. But now we are in the process of encouraging them to collect in urban area in Tamil Nadu. We are collecting only the other kind of non-recyclable waste only on one day or in a week. So that kind of initiation was taken by the urban local bodies. Similarly, in the rural area also, we are initiating that. So now the people are slowly educating that these plastic waste has to be properly disposed. So they are segregated in the household itself, and they will give it to the sanitary worker on weekly basis. Currently, around 322 plastic waste management unit has been established, and buyback policy and other things. So far, we have established. In for the LDPE, these plastic waste into road construction, that initiation has happened during the 2002 itself by the Professor Dr. Vasudevan from Tyagaraja College of Engineering. He is a pioneer for this plastic waste into the road construction. So at that time he decided, and on pilot basis he initiated the thing. At that time, some around 10% of the weight of the bitumen is replaced by plastic waste. So at that time they are using around 10%, and by experiencing that up to 2012. So far we have at that time on piecemeal manner we are escalating the use of plastic waste into road construction, and based on the study, IRC has did several study from all over the country and also in Tamil Nadu, and during 2013 they have released one code for road construction using waste plastic. And PVC, these kind of plastic should not be used because it is a melting temperature is more than that of the aggregate heating temperature, so it cannot be used. But during 2013, the IRC has released the use of waste plastic in bituminous road construction as a dry process. There is a two processes are available: dry process and wet process. Wet process, there is a study is going on, but not yet finalized. So we are, as per IRC code, there is a code is available. So the IRC has did so many trial and error. So now we are inculcating the use of waste plastic for road construction by using dry process only. As per the waste road construction, these LDPE waste plastic has to be, all the dust has to be removed, and this has to be shredded in the shredding machine, and the shredded plastic to the size of 2.36 mm size to 600 mm micron size. So these plastic has to be shredded into the this size. Because this size is essential means we are using for road construction only 20 mm metal and less than that. So for which if we are shredding the plastic to a more size, it will not mingle with the entire piece and part of the metal. So IRC has recommended only 2.36 mm to 600 mm size of plastic, for which the machine is equipped like that. So the shredding from the shredding machine, the shredded plastic comes around this size, and dust and impurities should not be there, because we are using bitumen. When the dust and other impurities is more than 1%, it will affect the binding property and viscosity of the bitumen. So the quality of road construction will be defeated. So for that only, we are the IRC is recommended the dust should not be more than 1%. For that purpose only, we are using the dust more in the plastic waste management unit. This plastic waste is coated over the aggregate. By that way, the property of the aggregate has improved. because when the aggregate is coated with the plastic waste, the melted plastic will coat over the aggregate. It will not penetrate the water or rainwater into the aggregate. Normally, the problem of bituminous road is because of the main enemy is water. When the water is flowing over the BT surface, the road will deponding and stripping will happen. So for avoiding such kind of initiation, we are this aggregate coating with the waste plastic will improve the strength of the metal and also the avoid the stripping of the bituminous road. As per IRC, it is recommended that 6 to 8%. Initially on trial, we are using only 10% of the waste plastic for which the bitumen is used. So currently, as per IRC, on various trial and error, now they have suggested for 6 to 8%. Currently, we are using around 7 to 8% in our road construction. In Tamil Nadu, we are using 6% and 8% according to the rainfall area of the locality where the road is to be constructed. I said no, there is a two process, dry process and wet process. Dry process is the cheaper one because we can directly heat the dry process over the along with the heated aggregate. It will coat over the thing. For wet process, any kind of plastic can be used. In that, one negative thing is there. When you use different variety of plastic for wet process, each variety of plastic will have different melting temperature. So when the bitumen is heated to a 170-degree temperature, at that time some plastic will burn. Then by that way the carbon emission will happen. Again the environment will be polluted. And this kind of wet process will have another property like that. The expense is more. So we are not recommended for the wet process as of now. These are the flow process of road construction by using waste plastic. First one is the plastic waste segregation, where all the segregated plastic has been put into the dust remover, where the dust has been removed in the first picture, and the cleaning and drying of plastic waste, and the shredded plastic waste into the required size, where the shredded plastic is come out of the shredding machine through a conveyor belt, and in the SHG people will collect it and packed it into the bag of shredded thing in their unit. So whenever the road construction road start, the contract in our Tamil Nadu, we have issued on SOP and circular that for every road construction, wherever there is a provision for use of waste plastic, the contractor has to buy the shredded waste plastic only from the plastic waste management unit established in the government center where the SHG is running that. So by this circular, we are encouraging the SHG people to promote and promote the involvement of the SHG for put a dedicated effort for this successful implementation of this process. So the shredded plastic is mixed with the heated aggregate. The heated aggregate will have a temperature of around 160 to 170 degree. At that time, we are using LDPE. LDPE has the melting temperature of around 105 to 130 degree. So that shredded plastic is placed over the heated aggregate. It will immediately melt and coat over the aggregate. This is the second point, where the plastic is added with the Butler machine, where the plastic is mixed with the heated aggregate, and after the plastic is added with the metal, and then the heated bitumen is added to the plastic coated metal. So the finished bitumen and plastic covered bituminous mix is then transferred to the road surface for laying, and before it attains 110 to 120 degree, the road consolidation will compaction will start, and it has to be finished. This is the main process. These are the pictorial point, where this the left one is cleaning process. This is a dust remover. This is the shredding machine. You can see visibly that all the shredded plastic having a size of 2.36 to 600 mm micron size. This is the difference between heated coated aggregate with the plastic coated aggregate and the ordinary aggregate. The plastic coated aggregate will have a different color size because of the coating. The normal metal is on white kind of color. And normally in earlier days, but our contractor used to do the construction of road construction using the mini hot mix plant and hot mix plant. So in that hot mix plant, it is very easy for taking the process of waste plastic. Nowadays, the most of the contractor are big contractor. Now they are shifting to the central mixing plant. There is we are having some other problem. So in the hot mix plant, initially the metal we will on percentage basis we will pour the metal into the chamber cylinder where the flame is blow over the metal and it will automatically heated. When the metal is heated to the temperature of 170 to 160 to 170 degree and it will come out of the flame and we will place the waste plastic into that drum. So it will automatically melt and coat over the aggregate, and then the bitumen is added, heated bitumen is added over the aggregate, plastic coated aggregate. So the mix preparation is ready, and then it will place transfer to place it for the road. These are the mini hot mix plant. You can see the local labs. They are putting on batch basis. They are having some formula. Based on that, that many pound of metal and other plastic they will add. They are trained accordingly for this purpose. This is the process. By that way, for we are using 8% of the plastic for replacing the bitumen. So when for road construction we are using for 10 square meter 14.6 kg of bitumen. So for that 8% is replacing the bitumen means we are the plastic we have to use for 438 kg of plastic for the premix surface. Here, when they will collect it and weigh it in the batch of pond, so based on that, the thumb rule, they will mix it into the metal when they do the construction. So normally, all the laborers are more trained, and so they are well known that how this process can be taken in the field. These are the aggregate, heated aggregate transferred into the buddling chamber. The buddling chamber, the heated aggregate will have the, again, I said no, around the temperature is around 160 to 170 degree, and the shredded plastic is added to the heated aggregate where the around 30 seconds it will mix it, and then immediately it will coat over the aggregate, and then here the process of adding the plastic over the heated aggregate. This is the coated aggregate. The color difference we can see when the waste plastic melted plastic is coated over the aggregate. When we add the water will not percolate into the pores of the metal. That is the main important thing. When rainy season or in snowfall area, normally the water will percolate into the pores of the metal, and when winter season it will freeze, and after when heat season it will come melt. So this kind of thing will stripping the bonding of the bitumen road. So for avoiding that, this plastic coated aggregate will support for this kind of arresting the stripping value of the bituminous road. When the plastic coated aggregate will have the advantages of the property, nil soundness and nil moisture absorption, and aggregate impact value will also improve, and abrasion and crushing value, and zero voids. So normally zero voids is essential for bituminous road construction. And mini hot mix plant, the bitumen, heated bitumen, normally the bitumen will heat to the temperature of 150 to 160 degrees centigrade. Beyond that, when we heat, it will burn, and then carbon emission will happen. So not more than say 160 degrees centigrade, the bitumen should not be heated. So that is the main thing. For that reason only, we are avoiding HDPE and other kind of plastic where the property of having melting temperature of more than that. So that because of that reason only, we are using mostly on LDPE plastic, waste plastic. The bitumen plastic coated aggregate is coated mixed with the bitumen in the buddler chamber, and it is transported to the road area, and they will immediately compact. And another process nowadays, most of the contractors are having the central mixing plant. In the central mixing plant, there is a problem we are facing initially. So what problem is, normally they will place in the bottom, central mixing plant is looking like that. These all 4 hopper will have different sizes of metal, and by all these hopper will be attached with the one control unit, where all the metal will be come out at a particular ratio, particular quantity ratio, and that will flow over the conveyor belt, and it will let into the heating chamber. So at that time, when it is flowing over the conveyor belt to the heating chamber, initially we place the plastic waste as in the lower portion. So when we add the plastic in the initial chamber, when you see now we are seeing the hot flame is in the first chamber. So these plastic are having the melting temperature of around 110 to 120 degrees centigrade. When it will contact with the flame, it will immediately burn. It will not coat over the aggregate. So we, based on the negative thing faced in the central mixing plant, we have suggested the contractor to do another provision of adding the plastic into the third chamber. This chamber will have, this heating chamber will have 4 compartments. Initially, the flame will flow in the first chamber, where the metal will flow and mix it with the heat chamber, and the metal is heated. Then the second chamber, the flame will come out a little bit reduced, and in the third chamber, only heated metal will only come out in the third chamber. So we now we are included the provision of one chute from the one pipe from the opposite end, where the bitumen is flowing to the flowing and mix it with the heated aggregate. So in the third chamber, we are mixing the plastic in the along with the metal. So at that time, as like in mini hot mix plant, it will mix it with the heated metal, where no flame will not be there. Flame will not contact with the waste plastic. So it will effectively come out of the good result. So nowadays, in most of the contractor will have are doing the facility of these provisions in their central mixing plant. This is one kind of process in the central mixing plant located in Virudhunagar district. This is a various study as done by the local engineers. Based on that, they have now developed in a better situation. I will show one video later. This is the normally central mixing plant. The entire thing will be spread over the road through a paver machine. So the road finish will be smooth. So nowadays we are encouraging the contractor to do the road with the paver machine. When we use the waste plastic in road construction, so the property of the metal and road will have improved. The Morse stability value, that is strength, is more when plastic is added in the road construction when compared to the ordinary road, and the binding property is far better than the ordinary road construction, and the softening point is less, and penetration value is more. Tensile strength is high, and rutting is less. Stripping, no stripping will happen, and the seepage of water will not happen, because all voids of the metal will be clogged with the plastic coated plastic, melted plastic, and durability of the road is better when compared to the ordinary road. So because of these benefited things, we are encouraging the local people and the contractor to do more kind of waste plastic. By that way, we are reducing the environmental pollution. Nowadays, in IRC has developed another 2019 have issued another modification in their IRC code. Now in North also they have incorporated in their circular that wherever the road has been constructed in the peri-urban area of population more than 500,000, these roads should be laid with waste plastic. This is the recent guidelines issued by the North for the Nagai and main highway engineers. In Tamil Nadu, we are doing all PMGSY and rural road by the Rural Development Department. So we are dealing with the lower category road. The higher category road, as per Nagai, they are doing with waste plastic. So far, we have laid from 2011-12 onwards around 17,000 kilometer road has been constructed, and most of the roads are performing well when compared to the normal thing. These are the example of the road constructed earlier during pilot season and after the thing. The first road has been laid during 2002. The photo has been taken 2008. After 6 years, there is no pothole, no cracking, and no deformation, and no edge flow. Still, the road is looking like a newly constructed road. And in Erode 2003, the road has been completed. After 5 years, the road is looking like a very good performance. And in Madurai also, these are the example of the usage of waste plastic. Only thing we have to do in a proper way. That is the main thing. We have to study how it is performing and how it is. It has to be done in the field. That training has to be happened. Then only it will be very useful for the road engineers. In Tamil Nadu, around from 2011-12 onwards, we have every year, as per our state guidelines, we are normally giving target for the every year for road construction using waste plastic. Currently, in the under our state chief minister's road construction program, we have taken around 10,000 kilometers for the road construction. Out of that, 1,500 kilometer road has to be laid with the use of waste plastic. That instruction has been clearly given, and district-wise target has been given, so that every district the plastic waste management will be encouraged and utilized for the better purpose and for the environment also. And this is that circular is a minister announcement in the assembly. 1,500 kilometer length of road will be constructed using waste plastic technology under Mudalvarin Grama Chalaikal Membatu Thittam. Through this, around about 500 metric ton of plastic will be used for the road. Currently, based on the bitumen rate, we are using 438 kg of bitumen for 1 kilometer road having a 3.75 meter width. And we are saving around per kilometer 3,713 rupees for a kilometer, because nowadays the waste plastic cost and the bitumen cost is more or less equal or slightly more than the plastic. Then only because of that the cost difference is less. We are not more dependent on cost difference and cost economy. We are in a position to use the waste plastic in a proper way, and by that way we are protecting the environment. This is our motto. So we are encouraging use of waste plastic in the road construction. These are the road constructed under our state Mudalvarin Grama Chalaikal Thittam in various districts. Recently constructed some 1 year. The age has gone 1 year. And as per the new technology guideline issued under PMGSY 2022, there is a Vision 2022 new technology guidelines. In that, around 70% of the proposed length should be executed with the use of waste plastic by dry process. So based on that guidelines, now currently for recently we have got sanction of around 2,800 kilometer. Out of 2,800 kilometer, we have proposed around 2,153 kilometer for road laying using waste plastic. So by this way we are protecting the environment and also encouraging the SHG to run the plastic waste management unit on motivation on enthusiastically. This is the good thing happen in Tamil Nadu. These are the road constructed during these roads are constructed in Delta district where the soil is very poor and agriculture is happen often. So rainfall will be more during northeast monsoon. So even that the road has been constructed 2004 or 14, and nowadays they have taken the photo. So even then the road is performing well. No rutting, no stripping, and no deflection happen. So this is the value of the use of waste plastic in road construction. And recycled plastic into durable products can also be taken in other way. That is the HDPE pipe and other kind of pipe, other kind of waste plastic can be used for durable paver block and other kind of solid block for ornamental purpose for compound wall and other construction. There is a different thing that that are in study time. In study period only, we are thinking out of that. We are planning to do this kind of thing by using waste plastic, which cannot be used in road construction, and this can be used for other kind of product. So that initiation is now we have taken. These are the paver block prepared by using waste plastic. These are the another kind of use of waste plastic. And one important thing, let us understand the importance of the waste plastic and good corporate culture. That means that we have to properly dispose the waste plastic. By that way, let us make the environment clean. Do not litter the plastic on road, but use it for road construction. That is the final thought I have to tell. So I think my presentation will be too fast. Maybe it will be more understandable because of the picture. I will show one video also. Video and photos. Sir,
see,
sir,
nice
1 minute, sir. I will play one video.
Okay.
So,
Kujalingam sir want to show some.
so is it visible, sir? Sir, is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. The slide
Yes,
is
sir.
visible.
These are the green cover coated that coat there where these people are called Thume Kavalar in the rural area. They have paid around 5,000 per month, sir. From SFC fund, we are paying on monthly basis. They will go on the allotted street on day by day. Telling the Sarpanch that they are facing some problem for segregating the plastic waste. Panchayat president is planning that if the people, the household will segregate the plastic waste, they will be given for a kg of 7 rupees. Like that they have decided, and accordingly now the segregated waste has been given to the Tumi Kavalas. This is the plastic waste management unit where the still some segregation has happened, and now they are doing this shredding. This is the baling machine. This is this is the micro composting center where all the wet waste has been processed here by inducing EM solution, that is a effective microorganism solution. So by that way we are converting the wet waste into compost within 45 days. The EM solution will be prepared by the SHG member itself. The dust remover.
नहीं पड़ेगा कौन पड़ेगा इसका टाइम शुरू करेगा उसी बात पे कर निकाला मैंने गुस्सा मुंडी ये सब सिर्फ तो माफ से सीधे
This road has been laid by using waste plastic state scheme. Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any questions?
Yeah, can I come in over here?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sir. First of all, thank you very much for your presentation. I just like to raise one point of issues. When this shredded plastic is added into the heated metals at around 170 degrees centigrade or like that. So in that case, there might be chances of plastics being burned like these things. And if that happens, there might be some gas-like substance it may get evolved, and if it happens, that gas might be quite unhealthy. So in that case, what sort of precautions are being taken and to address these issues?
Very knockouts.
Yes, could you come, sir? Mr. Nipendra Kumar Sharma has raised a question, please.
Yes, Mr. Kuttalingam, would you like to reply?
Yes, sir. Sir, normally the waste plastic, that LDPE metal will contact with the flame only, it will burn. But now we are adding the shredded plastic into the heated metal only. So when we will contact with the heated metal, immediately it will melt and coat over the aggregate only. It will not burn, sir, normally. So this study has happened by the Dr. Vasudevan, professor in chemistry. So based on various study only, we have recommended only LDPE. But that you said no, that it will burn and other thing. That will happen in the CMP, Central Mixing Plant. For that reason, we are developing another provision in the Central Mixing Plant. No, now in hot mix plant that will not happen if, because it will not directly contact with the flame.
क्या बोलते हो कंपोस्टिक जो होता है ना प्लास्टिक ने नाडे पे जो कंपोस्टिक होता है ना बल्ब में दिखा रहा है में
Please speak in English. Mr. Kuttalingam is from Chennai, and I think he is having,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
issue in, understanding Hindi.
Sir, this is Yuvraj from Puducherry, sir.
Yes,
Good evening, sir. Sir, you said that only 1% of the dust is allowed in the plastic, sir. Is there any suggested method for measuring the percentage of dust content in the? Any suggested method in the ERC or?
No suggested method, sir. Because when you dry the wet plastic, that is the plastic with wetted thing, normally the dust will not remove. So when the people, sanitary worker will collect the waste plastic and they will place it in the open yard for drying, and after that they will put it into the dust remover, and where the dust has been removed and used for this purpose. Normally there is no process for measuring the dust in the waste plastic.
Okay. However, we have to stick on to 1% only.
1%. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Normally, when we put a hand in the shredded plastic, we can able to know that quantify whether there is a dust in the shredded plastic or not.
I agree, sir, but the percentage is in question. Okay, sir. Next question, sir. You said that we have to mix the plastic from 6 to 8% depending on the rainfall.
Yes, sir.
Our Puducherry receives annual rainfall of 1,230 millimeters, sir.
Okay, okay.
Do you suggest 6% or 8% for
8%, sir. Normally, because when your rainfall is more, so more plastic is required to coat the thing, then only the water will not penetrate into the thing. So based
Okay.
on that, that is the thing.
Sir, one more query, sir. Regarding the stripping value, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What was the stripping value you observed based on the standard test, sir?
Currently,
Normally,
I
sir,
don't-
95%, above 95% of the aggregate should be covered by bitumen, sir.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
is
sir.
in this case, what was the stripping value, sir?
That study I don't have right now, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
In your plastic management center, that means the shredding is being taken care of separately, LDP, SDP, and other plastic materials.
Sir,
Okay,
yes, sir.
is
Yes,
that
sir.
right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Only
Okay.
the LDPE plastic only used for shredding. The other kind of plastic is not used for shredding. But
It will
like
go
that,
for
the
billing.
SHG has been trained.
Okay, and that LDP part will go to the road constructions, but
No,
other
no,
part
no.
of plastics.
LDPE part will not used for road construction because it has some other property also. So we are not using for HDPE for road construction, only LDPE. That is the carry back and other kind of thing only we are using.
That's what I'm saying, that only the LDP part will go for road construction.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in that case, suppose from the household collection, there will be all kinds of plastics will be there.
Yeah.
So this LDP part, I mean, carry bag, etc.,
Yeah,
will be
the
segregated. And
sanitary
that will be,
worker has been trained accordingly. They will segregate it, which can be used for road construction and other can be used for sending to the cement kiln industry.
and what do you do with the other parts of plastics?
Other parts of plastic, currently there is a recycling process is available where some of the agencies are waiting outside to come and take the thing for making the billet for reuse.
That is also taken in mixed condition or separately, SDP, polystyrene, all these things?
No, only that the PET bottle and other thing only, that high thing only used for that thing.
Yeah, that means for recycling part also they will take out only the separated part only. I mean, for
Separated
that
part.
also, for that also, I mean, segregation will be necessary.
Yeah, yes,
But
sir, yes.
my point is that after segregation of doing all these things, there might be some parts of plastics which will remain in a mixed conditions. So what are you going to do with that?
Pardon me, in the bitumen road construction.
No. Road construction LDP LDP part will go.
Okay, okay,
And
okay.
paint bottle, etc.
Still, some
will
of
go
the
for.
type of plastic cannot be used for any other purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be used for other landfilling or other kind of purposes. That is
Sir,
a different study
that
is
will
going
be
on.
sent to SLF, sir. Sanitary landfill.
Cement factories. No, cement factories.
Cement
for
factory.
purposes.
Sanitary landfill also will create a future problem of waterlogging and other thing. Seepage issue.
Okay.
May I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
As per my knowledge, the plastic used in the road that has been started in Japan and Norway. Nowadays, they have reducing the process because as per the website and social media says, the skidding capability of the vehicle been increased on the plastic made surface. So they are reducing the process in their country. Is it true?
No, that kind of study we didn't take, sir.
Mr. Kuttalingam, I have 3 questions. Can I go ahead?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, first is about the collection. You said the SHGs are collecting wet waste and dry waste separately. In the dry waste, does
Not
it mean
SHG,
only
madam.
plastic
There
or?
is a separate Tumi Kavalar is available.
Yeah, collection staff. So
Yeah,
do
please.
they collect dry waste other than plastic or is it just plastic?
No,
Like
all
metal,
kind of
all
other
parties
waste.
request,
All kind of other waste, madam.
may I request all parties who are raising the question, at least introduce yourself, just for our own understanding.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Anjali. I work at Sahas, a waste management NGO in Bangalore.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. So Yeah. So you said that
Normally,
they
they will give all kind of waste from the household. We are asking them to segregate only wet waste and dry waste separately, because they don't know what kind of waste has to be dry waste has to be segregated. They don't know.
Okay, understood. And also you said they pay ₹7 per kilogram of dry waste, or is it plastic?
Plastic.
Okay, so
if
is this
they
model?
segregate the plastic only, they will get some around 7 rupees. Some panchayat they will give 10 rupees. Now slowly
So
it is
generally here,
increasing the culture.
so generally in Bangalore and all, or in Karnataka, the situation is the users, actually the households have to pay rupees, 50 per month for the collection staff for the collection. Like
Yes,
users are paying for the SSG to run successfully, and also the SSGs get money from selling the recyclable. But the other model where the SSGs are paying ₹7, is it financially practical?
No, not SHG is paying. Panchayat is paying.
Okay,
Panchayat
yeah.
is
So
paying because to motivate the people and create the culture of segregating the things. That will, when they slowly educated and they will give the segregation, by that way we can later date we can eradicate that cost.
Yeah, all right, understood.
It is only
And
to
also
create awareness and sensitivity.
okay. Yeah, understood. Yeah, from your presentation, about 400 kilograms of plastic is required for 1 kilometer, laying 1 kilometer of bitumen
128
modified
kg.
road.
Yes.
So yeah, all these, are these all sourced from the plastic collector, or from private vendors also do you source it?
No, currently we have given circular that for road construction, the contractor has to buy it from the SHG wherever the plastic management unit is running.
Okay.
So that bill has to be produced when they submit for bill for road payment. So that we are ensuring. By that way, we are encouraging the SHG for running the PMU.
Yeah, okay, understood. My final question is, recently there have been, after this started, I know Rajagopal, Professor Rajagopal, he had, pioneered this, but recently there have been a lot of Rajagopal Vasudevan. So recently a lot of research papers are, being published on how microplastics are released from this bitumen modified roads. Do you have any, say on this aspect?
No, madam.
Okay, thanks. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Any more questions, please? Anybody raising hand? Just it is my request to raise the hand electronically before putting any question, please. Any more question? So if there is no any question, we can close the session today. Really, it is a very brilliant presentation by A. Kuttalingam sir. It is full of information regarding plastic waste. Most matter of concern for all of us. Plastic waste is the main concern in our country and around the world even. So Mr. Kuttalingam has shown us the way how a portion of that can be converted to road construction, and that also improve the condition of road. So that is a very good approach, I think. I once again thank Kuttalingam sir. So, advisor sir, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Advisor Ishfaq sir, are you there? Okay. Mr. Binay Tiwari ji, any remark?
No, we are. It was our pleasure to host Mr. Kuttalingam for enlightening the wider audience with the most burning issue on the plastic. Because plastic can be collected anywhere, plastic can be dumped anywhere, but the forward linkage in a very professional manner. We do not have the much evidences, whereas Mr. Kuttalingam has shown us the way. And I think we need to have larger audience to listen Mr. Kuttalingam for
Yeah.
these things, and we would definitely like Mr. Kuttalingam once again to have wider audience from all the states, and we will try to take the senior officers, at least the mission directors for Bharat mission from all the states, and they can hear, and then we can also think to send the team for the exposure visit to Tamil Nadu, and so that it can be replicated in other states as well. Thank you, Mr. Kuttalingam, for enlightening us. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Can we close this now?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, probably we can close the session as there is no any more question, please.
कितना देर में आएंगे ना?
Yes.
मैंने देख लिया.
Any question? No. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much to all the participants, and I hope that we'll see you in some other session also. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
So we are going to close the session today. In